And in this market, the way the competition seems to have fallen away, that seems like that should be enough to get it done. And then the added little tidbit that the Phillies might even be interested in bringing back Didi Gregorious, something we had completely put out of our minds and had been debating who and how exactly shortstop would be handled in 2021. I think those two things combined just kind of led to a positive filter than just passing over all of the news. And then we got word that the Phillies had actually made a deal signing Archie Bradley to their bullpen on a 1-year, $6 million deal. So let's just start with the Realmuto little news. I guess I was gonna say nuggets, but again,
I mean it's the only positive shit we've had about Realmuto at this point. Like, it seemed so dire, and it's just like a flip of a coin. Like overnight, all of a sudden, I've gone to there's no way they're going to in my opinion right now. I feel like they're going to do what I said is probably our best case scenario, which was one semi-significant addition to the bullpen, which you could put that down as Archie Bradley. Then just running it back with Realmuto and Didi, because they had a really, really good offense. And then you bank on Kingery getting a little bit better. You know, maybe the COVID stuff is completely behind him now. I don't know how long that can affect somebody's respiratory system and all that stuff. I've heard things, and I'm obviously no expert, but you know, that was best case scenario for me.
I've heard things.
Listen, I've heard things. I've heard the best things. I've read the best things.
I'm a very good reader. I can definitely read.
I do. I have many. I have many meetings and many calls. So, so no, like this to me was the best case scenario. And I know it doesn't sound like the greatest. Like, okay, we're running it back, but with a better bullpen. But that is good. I know that the Mets got a lot better, but you know what? I'm still fuck the Mets. All right, because going into 2019. We did what the Mets are doing right now. Arguably, we did more than the Mets have already done. Yes, they traded for Lindor, but we signed Harper and we traded for Realmuto, which I would say those two moves are bigger than just getting a Lindor. Maybe not. I don't know. And they haven't re-signed Lindor.
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean, it's those two moves. If like the Phillies and Mets were the same team quality-wise, and the Mets signed Lindor and traded for Lindor, and the Phillies signed both Realmuto and Gregorious, I think the Phillies are the better team there in that hypothetical scenario.
Me too. If they get Brad Hand, that is going to concern me.
I mean, it's competitive because I guess in that scenario, the Mets have also signed James McCann. Those are well matched teams. Not saying like know that those sets of two players are equal to each other, but. Yeah, those are two teams that are going to compete with each other. One doesn't necessarily blow the other out of the water, I guess is my point.
It could just not go all as, everything seems so great. Like when we had we're praising Middleton, and it just the two mirrors.
Whoa, wait. Who was praising Middleton?
2019.
Oh, you mean
a
before.
lot of us?
Sorry, yeah. I'm paying attention. I swear.
Okay, you're doing your best. I think there's
inaugurations tomorrow. How do you? I'm thinking about this 24/7. How is this not distracting to everyone?
Yeah. That thing you learned about 30 seconds before recording.
Front of mind. Yeah.